not your fault. Listen, it's them. You see, you have a job to do. They don't. They don't drive the bus. I don't want you to go out here and end up having a bad accident because these people are treating you so bad. So I'm going to make sure that I take care of it. I'm going to talk to Sean and Daryl in the morning and get this all straightened out. Are you okay to work now? And I was still crying so bad, and still, you understand, I had just released a year and a half worth of torment. So I'm crying, and I said, please, I have to work, but I want to go home. Now, I have to work because I'm afraid that if I go home, the supervisor's going to jump all over me with this excessive absenteeism thing. So I tell her that while I'm babbling almost incoherent, telling her about I have to work. I have no choice. And the woman says, well, let me just go over and speak with the manager and we'll check out your, don't worry, Mr. McSwain. It's okay. And I'm saying, but yeah, but somebody could be harmed. Oh my God, I can't drive the bus. She says, it's okay, Mr. McSwain. Nobody's dead yet. It's all right. It's all right. Calm down. Okay. You get, well, let me help you. You do understand how emotional I must have been for her to hear me say that there could possibly be a terrible accident and her to respond by saying, no one's dead yet. It's going to be all right. Okay. So I'm an emotional wreck when she leaves to go over to the office and asks permission for me to be able to go home. Now, the evil supervisors aren't there. They have an assistant supervisor I've never seen before, a woman. She's in the office, and I'm still in the union rep's office. She returns to the union rep's office with the female supervisor. She then tells the supervisor I'm upset because I had been in there blowing the whistle. Okay? And we need to get some things straight, before something terrible happens. She's going through that with the manager and the supervisor assistant, and the supervisor assistant says, well, Mr. McSwain, you can go home. You scheduled to work tomorrow? And I reply, yes. And she says, well, okay, listen, go home, get some rest. I can see you're so worn down, so tired. Come back tomorrow and everything will be okay. Before I leave, she assures me she's going to speak with Sean and Daryl. Everything will be all right, Mr. McSwain. I leave, go home, get my rest, come back to work the next day smiling, happy, thinking everything's fine now, only to find out she's not here. The shop steward isn't here. There's no union people here. The person who is here is the supervisor I just blew the whistle on the day before. He calls me into his office and asks me what happened. Asking me, now here's the important thing with this. He asked me, well, did you request to go home or were you sent home? And I explained to him that I was in a closed door meeting with the union reps and I became a little emotional. And he says, the union reps? Who, Rathina? Meaning her. He then says he was never informed of any meeting. He didn't know, he basically trying to say I'm lying. He didn't know I had been in a hearing. In the closed door meeting with the union reps. And I even told him I was in because I was telling on you and Darren and telling what had happened. And they were supposed to speak with you about it. But listen, he then says, no, from what I know, the assistant supervisor just happened to be walking by. He claims, and saw me crying, which is a lie. She came into the union rep's office where I was and saw me crying. But he says, well, she just happened to be walking by, saw me crying hysterically as though I was having an anxiety attack. So she sent me home. So what he had done, he was trying to call me during the morning. This is what he's saying then, to tell me not to come in and instead to go to medical. Now, I just told on you yesterday, and they were supposed to talk to you and straighten you out. But instead, I come in and here you are using the fact that I was crying because they told me, yeah, they know about everything. And then you send me out to complete the finalization of the firing. You get it? Because I blew the whistle, you're now trying to get rid of me.